Alrighty everybody, welcome back. Today we've got another warning. Y'all liked my reaction to the warning because you weren't actually on the last reaction. It was just me the last time to 21st Century Blood. Y'all liked that one, and I was told to do another one. And I was suggested Queen of the Murder Scene, which is their album. I believe this is their second album and they're working on their third. Okay. And this, I was told, is a rock opera, which means it's telling a story, or at least that's the way that I perceive rock opera, is that it's telling a story. Sure. And so the one that we're listening to today is Dust to Dust, which is the prologue of this 4-chapter story. Okay, that's how it was told to me. Okay. And there are 13 songs in this story, and so that's actually what we're going to be doing over these next 13 weeks. Every single Thursday over the next 13 weeks, so that takes us into towards the end of January of 2021, we will be going through this album, which is something we've never done. We've never just focused on an entire album before. We have never done that. So today we are doing Dust to Dust, and this is how it was described to me by a Patreon member who is in the Warnings Patreon page and is a fan of the Warning Army, or he is in the Warning Army. And this is what he said. He said, "To me, it's an insight to the story to come. Of course, you know what Dust to Dust means. She is saying if you're not careful with what you do, things can turn badly, and it gives a sneak peek into the story to come. From what I understand by listening and talking to fans, they wrote it in such a way that you can almost draw your own conclusions as to what," he said she did, but I'm going to say as to what happens, because this is the prologue, or not the prologue, but the prologue into this story. Okay. So this is the warning, live at Lunario in Mexico. Okay. And that's all I have on it. But
I don't know it. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about it. But if it's coming from the from someone,
from our warning expert,
then
so we're gonna
let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm the baby here this time around, so I know nothing about this.
So make sure to join us for the next 13 weeks as we dive into this album. But anyway, are you ready for this one?
I'm as ready as I'm gonna be. So
all right, let's get started. And action.
¡Vamos, Ciudad de México!
Oh, the drummer's singing.
crazy. Wow.
Love it. Love it.
Wow.
I'm glad you wrote that down.
What did I put? Pow, drummer,
Yes.
insane.
I was gonna say, what is her name?
Yeah.
I forgot
her
what.
name is Paulina, but they all call her Pow.
Fantastic.
So
You know how I am with drummers.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And I know that our friend, our Warning Army friend, buddy, has told me over and over and over again. But like I said, I'm a novice on this one, and so forgive me for not knowing the names like I should. But he knows that I'm a drummer fanatic, and especially a singing drummer fanatic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she is wicked. She is, you wrote it. She is
insane. Yep.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was phenomenal. I don't care. I was reading on another reaction that there were some people who were saying should choose another video because she's pitchy. And
Yeah,
all
she's
this
not
kind of
always
stuff.
on key or whatever.
You want to know
but,
what?
Yeah.
You flip and play the drums like that and try to sing.
Yeah.
That is phenomenal. That was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
So
I also
I'm
put
with
in
you.
there, and this is the amount of energy that they produce in that room. The fans. There was a minute, I think, where it was just like the bass line or something that was going, and the fans were singing it back to them.
Yeah.
Which you don't see very often, where it's just everything drops and the fans are just going and going with the same intensity that they are. And one thing that I've learned over this entire thing, and that our friend has actually brought to our attention to, is that the Warning is almost entirely fan driven, whether it be raising money for concerts through Kickstarter or through Patreon or whatever. And he even told me that when they signed, a lot of record companies, want you to stop your Patreon or your, whatever, because it's like extra sources of income, or, it's, exclusive content, or it's this or it's that or whatever.
Right.
And they said, no, we are going to keep our Patreon, and the only, way we will sign with you guys is if you let us keep our Patreon.
Wow.
Because they are solely fan driven.
Wow.
So that's crazy.
Now, you know what?
Mhm.
We have been so engrossed in their playing, in their energy, in the whole bit.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about the lyrics or anything.
No,
else.
we haven't. No, we haven't.
Pull the
lyrics back
here,
up for
because
you. There you go.
as far as
for the first time, I can talk about the music. You can talk about the lyrics.
here's the okay. Now, out of a 13-part rock opera.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
This is the prologue.
this is the prologue.
Yeah, this is the prologue.
And I've got to think about 12 more parts of this story
Yeah,
that's going on. This is simply
the prologue.
the start.
Yep.
You know,
It's not even chapter 1.
it's not even chapter 1.
No.
Okay, so of course I couldn't understand at all in regard to what the middle part in regard to, I guess, was the manager.
Yeah, it was the
Okay.
manager, and he was actually singing in Spanish right there.
Or whatever he was saying in Spanish.
Hermano, la salvación es algo que se gana. Actually, I understand like 3 words out of that entire thing. The first one is like, hermano is like us, like all of us, and salvación is salvation. That's called a cognate. When 2 words of different languages sound similar, they're called cognates. And this is actually crap that I learned in school. So
Not crap.
this is stuff that I learned in school.
Thank you.
You know, that I barely remember.
Remember your audience.
The rest of this I can't, that's like as far as my Spanish goes on this. But
I wonder if he's, because I'm thinking, okay, so if we're talking everybody, I'm just going off the wall here. This is logic, okay? Logic to me. Part of this is coming from a reaction, okay? A reaction of this song and a couple of comments, okay, that I had read.
there you go.
I'm not that far off of what I was going to say.
I actually just translated the lyrics here.
I'm not actually that far off of what I was
and I'm
thinking.
sorry, hermano was not us, it was brother.
Brother!
It was brother. I'm
Okay.
sorry, you can see how my Spanish is here.
Well, I was told, or not told, but what I read was that he was acting in the form of a preacher.
Okay.
Okay, and that the prologue was him sort of saying, him kind of acting in the capacity of being like at a funeral,
Okay.
telling the story, beginning story, ending of the story. All the rest of these songs are kind of in the middle telling the story.
Okay.
He has started out the story, we're ending the story. Pull that back up here.
Pull it back up. I close it down and then you want me to pull it back up.
Yeah, I do.
So it's
because he's saying brothers, like brothers, sisters, salvation is something that you have to earn. Okay? Which is kind of right where I was, I was thinking when you said salvation, okay? Thinking if he's going from a pastor, preacher part of thing, from a father part, priest, type thing. Okay, so I was
not far off.
So so it's kind of getting that, especially if he was speaking, from a funeral point of thing. Okay. So kind of get that part. But anyway, but the other lyrics, dust to dust. Okay. As far as dust to dust, our bones will rust, and we shall start again. Take it in and behold. I don't seek right or wrong. I seek the truth found in death. Is she or whoever this person is,
He's having a fun time trying to read these lyrics. I've got a gigantic spider crack all over my screen.
He has got this huge crack in the middle of his screen here. Hey, come on in, walk this way. Look what I've prepared to show you. Let me let me show you how things can quickly unfold in the end. It turns back into dust to dust. Man, I don't know. I really don't know where this is
gonna go.
Where this is going. You know, what is this person thinking at this point? You know, how is this ending at the end?
It's better to stay here.
Hey, where are you going? Don't trust all that you hear. There's no use in running. It's better to stay here. There's definitely a beginning, and they're going somewhere.
But then it kind of just stops. It doesn't give you an ending. So I guess that's what we're going to have to find out. It's kind of like we're going to read a book, but in music.
This is going to be
a fun next 13 weeks.
I'm going to have to really go back and read the prologue here. And see, this is really going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to be
joining us on this.
Well, 80% of you guys have already gone through and read this thing.
Right, but they're excited to see where we're going to be at.
And I'm kind of curious as to you guys' comments, because you guys are probably going to be really laughing your heads off, you know, going, we know, we've already read the book.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But, you know, don't do any spoilers, okay?
Yeah, no spoilers.
No spoiler alerts. You know, let us try and figure this thing out.
Yeah, we don't like spoilers.
Unless we're really, really going off the path.
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
Yeah, if you need to bring us back, you know, please let us know.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway,
all right.
I'm good. This is gonna be kind of interesting.
It definitely is. So, alrighty, guys. If you would like to discuss this further with me, because he's not on here. I'm going to talk about our Discord. If you'd like to discuss more of this with me or anybody else, we do have our Discord link down in the description below. It's always super fun on there. We do have our P.O. Box if you'd like to send us anything. That information has come up on your screen. And, you know, we will give you a video response back. We will unbox whatever you send us on camera, and we will give you a video response back. So if you want to send us something in, feel free to send it to that address. We do have our Teespring link down in the description below as well, where you can get our merchandise. We have our Patreon link down in the description below as well, if you'd like to support us on Patreon. If you would just like to donate once or twice but don't want to be signed up for a monthly, we do have our PayPal donation link down below as well. And last but not least, we do have our subscriber goal of 10,000. We are rearing in on 4,000 right now, guys, and I'd love to try to hit this goal by the end of the year. I know we can, and I know there are a lot of you out there that have not turned on your not clicked your subscribe button yet, and we're still red, so make sure you click it. Make sure it's gray with your notifications on so you don't miss what's to come. Video-wise from the channel, live stream-wise from the channel, because we do have a weekly live stream, because we like to talk to you guys. So anyway, is there anything else that you'd like to add or that I missed?
No, I'm just excited to do this. This is so out of the norm for us.
Right.
And
to dive into a complete album.
Right. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to smack that like button, subscribe if you're new, and for you Warning fans, we will see you all next Thursday for the next Warning video.
The next installment.
Yeah, for the next installment.